This is The Factual Truth, an all new podcast starring your host, the taste god, Corey Margera. Here we talk about all the good shit out there, all the good taste. 2019 is really kicking off to be a real fucking badass year. I mean, we got fucking Cody Rhodes' new AEW, which, we don't know if it's going to be a vanilla midget haven or not, like Ring of Honor and New Japan. Hopefully this company can compete with the WWE and provide a great alternative for those of us who want a kick-ass fucking product within professional wrestling and sports entertainment. We got the new Chucky reboot, Child's Play 2019. We got fucking Resident Evil 2, the remake. Excellent game, no matter what you get it for, whether it's for PS4, Xbox One, PC, you gotta check that game out. Dragon Ball Super Broly, what an amazing fucking movie. Excellent. Even though it retconned a lot of shit from the original Broly timeline from Dragon Ball Z, excellent movie. I mean, we got a lot of shit to talk about here. We got a lot of shit to cover. And I mean, we can only do it in so little fucking time. 2019 is really shaping up to be a really fucking cool year, and hopefully, it'll we can kickstart a new generation of good taste into the 2020s. Hopefully we won't have to deal with some fucking shitty garbage like we did this past decade. 2019 is where shit is finally starting to turn up, and hopefully that momentum could lead into the new decade, the 2020s. I mean, think about it. In 1 year's time, in less than a year, we're gonna be 20 years into the new millennium. 20 years into the new millennium, which is no longer the new millennium, folks. I mean, who knows what kind of fucking technology and cool shit we'll have in 2020? Who knows what our fucking phones will be able to do by that point? I mean, we got so many conspiracies. We got so much fucking shit. The Illuminati, all this fucking crazy shit going on. I mean, it's just a lot to talk about, a lot to fucking take in. So just sit back. If you're in the fucking car, turn up the fucking volume. If you're at work listening to this podcast, just enjoy it. Hopefully, your manager, your supervisor don't fucking catch you and shit, and just enjoy the greatness that is the factual truth. Okay, now, first things first. I mean, let's just start off with Dragon Ball Super Broly. What an amazing fucking film. What a great kick ass film. I mean, it's just like, I mean, what a way to, like, take a whole new approach to the character of Broly. If you guys haven't seen it, there are going to be spoilers in this podcast, so you might want to skip ahead a little bit. Um, I'm not really good with fucking time and the numbers here, so I don't know how long we're going to be talking about this movie. So just fucking skip ahead or whatever. Who knows? Shit. But man, Dragon Ball Super Broly, man, that was fucking epic, bro. I mean, it sound like Vince Russo. That was fucking epic. And man, I mean, wow, I can't believe Broly is this strong now. I mean, he can now compete with Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta, which is basically Super Saiyan God Gogeta. Which again, like, and that's not even Super Saiyan Blue Vegito, which is much stronger, 12 times stronger with the Potara earrings. But I mean, and spoiler alert, Broly is alive at the end of the film. He doesn't die like in the original three films, the original trilogy during the Dragon Ball Z era. He actually lives at the end of this film, you know, and he's got a new girlfriend, some fucking Namekian looking bitch. I forget what the fuck the bitch's name is. She was originally supposed to be working for Freezer in the film, but you know, shit happens. She felt sympathy for Broly. Broly got a little more character development in this film too. Some real touchy stuff. About as we all know. I mean, we all know like Planet Vegeta. We all know that whole story. It's basically the same thing from the original. You know, King Vegeta finds Broly to be a threat, wants him off the fucking planet, and obviously Broly's father wants revenge, and so on and so forth. Just similar to the original, as far as that concept goes. You know, but this time around, Broly isn't portrayed as evil. He's not portrayed as this unbelievably powerful evil foe like in the original film. He's actually, they kind of give him like a very incredible Hulkish vibe. He's it's pretty interesting. I mean, you have to kind of see the movie for yourself to kind of, get it. Some people who are in the Marvel, who the fucking Incredible Hulk is. Um, you know, but it's very, very, very overpowered in this film, which is good. I like that. I like overpowered characters, except for Superman. But I like very powerful, just brawling, crazy, insane characters. That's why Brawly was always one of my favorite characters. This movie does not change that. I like the way that he just goes after Wheeze. He just goes after fucking Frieza. And as we all know, because they were kind of trying to hint that Frieza was becoming somewhat of an anti-hero and toward the end of Dragon Ball Super with the tournament and all that. But you know, he's evil again. Once again, folks, he's evil in this film. He's very, I mean, sinister. The way he kills Broly's father. Again, spoiler. But if you haven't seen the movie by now, don't worry, you'll see it. You better pick it up when it comes out on Blu-ray or fucking download it digitally when it's released after it's done its time in theaters and shit. So, you know, but yeah, great, great, great movie. You know, um, yeah, I mean, Vegeta tries to take him to the limit, though. I didn't like that because in the original film, Vegeta didn't stand a chance against Broly. In this movie, they try to make Vegeta look stronger at first until Broly goes crazy. Albeit, you know, Vegeta does turn Super Saiyan, but it's just, but Broly is like lasting in there with super blue Gogeta like that. And it's just crazy. And the fact that, you know, what's the bitch's name? Saves Broly at the end, transports him back to this fucked up planet that Broly had to grow up on, which, when she ended up collecting all the Dragon Balls and using Shinron to make the wish and all that. But sorry, I'm watching Rick and Morty right now. But anyway, you know, she collects Dragon Balls. She gets the last one, wishes to save Broly, and then they all go back to the planet that Broly grew up on. However, Goku, surprisingly at the end, provides them with a nice little capsule, so Broly can go train and stuff like that, and eventually fight Goku once again. And I mean, which is kind of ridiculous that Goku. I mean, Goku's kind of stupid, but I'm glad he did this though because it's just gonna set up for a lot of cool shit in the future. This with this ending, Broly has the potential to fucking probably beat Beerus eventually. I mean, if you just think about it, he's going like toe to toe with Blue um, Gogeta. Just imagine how strong he is. Oh, and Goku gives him a fucking sensu bean too, along with the fucking capsule and some food and shit. So yeah, Broly's gonna come back better than ever when they decide to make a new Broly film, and he's basically gonna like haul ass. I mean, he almost killed Frieza. I don't as and just for the record, Frieza's golden form would not have stood a chance against Broly. I don't know who would be stupid enough to think something like that because I mean, Broly couldn't even like. Come on, go back and watch Resurrection F. I mean, Golden Frieza wasn't even that great. I mean, they ended up destroying his army like so easily. Like go back and watch that film. But yeah, and I mean, but I still enjoyed it. Um, I kind of want to see what they're gonna do next with Broly. If they're gonna have him fight um, Beerus or something like that. I don't know. Weiss just went out there. He was like, "Oh, not me, not me." I mean, that is just a lot of good comedy in the film too. It was just a lot of great action. Just really, really cool film. Really kick-ass film. Another kick-ass film too. Um, is The Prodigy. A very good sleeper hit. I'm not gonna get into that one too much because I know not a lot of people have seen that film. I know a lot of people have already seen Dragon Ball Super, Broly. The Prodigy. If you're into horror films, I definitely recommend it, especially if you liked, Orphan from 2009, which I thought Orphan was a really great with Isabel Furman. If you thought that movie was good, I think you'll like the Prodigy. It's different, but it's basically the same premise. A kid being a killer and shit. Similar to like Children of the Corn and stuff like that. But you know, I mean, it's a really cool film. Um, and I'm just really looking forward to the new Child's Play, new 2019 Child's Play. It looks like it's going to be really cool. Now, also, a really interesting fact here is that Don Mancini, the original creator of the Chucky franchise, Child's Play franchise, he's going to be doing a television series based off of Child's Play. Now, Chucky, you know, it's supposed to be taking place after the events of Cult of Chucky, so this should be interesting. I want to see what Chucky's gonna do. If he's gonna go like try to kill some kids or stuff like that, and I really hope that this new Child's Play series is like very R-rated. Apparently, it's supposed to be on Netflix. It's not supposed to be on television. It's gonna be on Netflix. Um, so pretty much you can just go online, stream it, and all that shit. But you know, it's it seems promising. I hope it's good. And I also hope the 2019 Chucky film is good too, the Child's Play reboot. I always just thought it was kind of stupid to have Andy a little bit older. And, I mean, that just kind of made, like, no sense to me, but, whatever. Uh, he really, Andy should be like a 6-year-old. I mean, a 12-year-old isn't going to want to play with some childish doll. Like, it's just like, come on. Like, I know we live in an era where the era of the man child, the era of the SJW, the era of the pansy. Everybody wants to play with toys now, no matter how old they get, including myself. I collect figurines and stuff like that. But I mean, come on, like that would be like the equivalent of a 12-year-old wanting to play with like Barney or something like that. So I kind of I'm not really a big fan of that, making Andy older in the reboot. But I'm still kind of interested to see what happens. I mean, from the trailer, if you haven't seen the new Child's Play 2019 trailer, you need to go check that motherfucker out. That trailer looks crazy, looks fucking awesome, looks sick. So, I definitely recommend that. Definitely go check it out. It's on YouTube. It's all over the internet. So, there's a lot of speculation of like what's going to happen in the film. So, if you're into horror films, good slasher, blood and guts shit, definitely, I recommend it. I definitely, I'm looking forward to it. I want to see it. 2019, it's really been, shaping up to be a pretty cool year so far. We got a lot of cool shit to look forward to in the future. Like I said earlier, hopefully, this can be like the start, kind of like how, the late 80s was like the start of a very edgier time. And then we got the 1990s, which was fucking awesome. The 90s was probably one of my favorite decades of all time. Just a all out great decade. Hopefully we can get something like that with the the 2020s, the 2020s, whatever people are calling it. Hopefully this could be like the start of a revolution because the 2010s sucked. I mean, the 2010s were really shitty, just pathetic, garbage. Not a lot of good films. I mean, yeah, you had some cool films, but I mean, very, very, very one in a million. It was like very rare you had good films this decade. It was dominated by nothing but like superhero Disney Marvel films and just cheesy, terrible Kevin Hart comedies. I mean, it's just a big fucking mess. Just shit, just shitty all around, man. I mean, come on. I mean, for every Ray redemption that we got, I mean, we got like a stupid Kevin Hart comedy or some stupid Marvel film that just so overrated. For every Deadpool that we got, you know, I mean, which was probably one of my favorite comic book films. Both Deadpool 1 and 2 were good in my opinion. The first one was better, but I really love Deadpool 2's the fight scenes with Cable. Those are fucking badass, but you know. I mean, people need to start getting their shit together, man. People need to start getting fucking better taste. I mean, there's no excuse not to have good taste now. We got a lot of good shit coming out. We got fucking. I mean, look at the Resident Evil 2 remake, and tell me that's not a masterpiece. I mean, I mean, how the fuck, like, that was amazing. And you got like people hating on it. You got fucking Nemesis hating on it. Young Defiant, people like that, bullshit. And Resident Evil is always a bad series. Like, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here with your shitty taste. All right, go back to playing your fucking shitty JRPGs and shit, man. Get the fuck out of here. Fucking get these nerdy, stereotypical Negroes on here talking all this shit that don't make no fucking sense. Fucking gay. I mean, Resident Evil 2 remake is awesome, man. I mean, you definitely need to check it out. The graphics are amazing. The gameplay, just the AI is what really shocked me because I mean, it's actually a lot harder, even though oh, and this is another thing I want to say because I'm so sick of these stupid Resident Evil old school fans, these classic Resident Evil fans that always want to say that classic Resident Evil is the best, and oh, we need the tank controls and the shitty cameras, those crazy fixed camera angles in order to make a survival horror game. No, the fuck you don't. Okay? And I was hoping Capcom would not listen to you retards for saying such bullshit like that. We're in 2019. No one wants to play with those fixed camera angles and those tank controls anymore. We want good controls. Resident Evil 7 went back to basics, went back right back to survival horror. It was a great game. Even with the DLC that kind of fucked it up. Like, I wasn't a fan of what Capcom did with the DLC of that game. Um, Even though they brought Chris back, it was just kind of it ruined the story. Like the original Resident Evil 7 just had a great mystique to it. Got us some new characters like Ethan and Mia. And I mean, it was good in my opinion. And the whole not a hero DLC, they kind of fucked it up. I wanted to see a sequel with like the son doing some crazy shit, but we won't get that now because of the DLC. They basically killed the son off, the crazy son off, and it's just. But I mean, go and play Resident Evil 7 and tell me the controls aren't great. The controls are great, and you can still have a great survival horror experience with good controls and a good camera angle. In this case, a first-person view. So don't give me this shit. Oh, we need fucking fixed camera angles and shitty tank controls. Get the fuck out of here. You're a fucking faggot. Your taste is shit. You have shitty taste, shitty opinions. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You just go suck a dick. Go put a big floppy dick in your mouth. Because you don't know what the hell you're talking about. You have shitty taste and shitty opinions. Resident Evil 2 remake controls fantastically. It's so smooth. The controls are great, and you still have a survival horror experience right there waiting to be played. you still have a great story that, in my opinion, even flushes out the characters more so than the original game. And I love the original classic Resident Evil 2. But I mean, this game is just, it should not be missed. If you're into survival horror, if you're into horror games, you love, Resident Evil, especially like, old school Resident Evil when it was scary, before Resident Evil 5 and 6 came along. And no, I don't include 4 because 4 was still very horror themed. It was leaning toward, it was more action oriented, but it was still a horror theme. It still had a cult atmosphere, very eerie atmosphere in the game. The monsters, the enemies were very, very creepy, very eerie. It wasn't like Resident Evil 5 and 6. So, that's just my take on it. So, definitely check it out. Devil May Cry 5 looks amazing. That's what I'm really hyped for. I've seen a lot of gameplay of V's gameplay, this new character. I ended up playing the demo for Xbox One, playing as Nero, and oh my goodness! I mean, at first I was a little disappointed because now Nero has this mechanical arm instead of the Devil Bringer that he had in Devil May Cry 4. But I mean, after playing this, after charging up, you get this really cool beam blast. It's almost like a Mega Man game. You have this cool blast that he does. And I mean, Nero's got some sick attacks in this game. I've even seen people on YouTube, um, gameplays, people doing walkthroughs of the demo, and like just really hauling ass, just really doing a great job. Um, you know, Definitely veterans of the Devil May Cry series. You know, Real pros at work who know how to play the game properly. And I mean, they're just doing all these sick attacks and combos. It's just fucking mind blowing. It looks amazing. I cannot wait for Devil May Cry 5. Is the Devil May Cry game that we as fans have been waiting for, that we deserved. No more of this reboot crap for Devil May Cry because it sucked. Quite frankly, it fucking sucked. I want to hear people saying like, "Oh, it was a good game." Yeah, it was a decent game, but the story and the characters fucking sucked. So don't try to hand me like, "Oh, well, at least the gameplay was." Yeah, so what? There's tons of games out there with good gameplay. Right? You don't fuck up a main protagonist like Dante, and you damn sure don't do what you did to Virgil in that game. What the fuck was that? What the fuck? That's what Virgil deserves to you guys? That's what Virgil gets for you? This cool, badass character, and this is the respect that he gets? You just tarnish his legacy with this shit? Let's get the fuck out of here, man. But Devil May Cry 5 looks like it's going to be the redemption game that we've been waiting for. And I can't wait to play it. Shit, we covered Child's Play, Dragon Ball Super Broly, Resident Evil, Resident Evil 2 remake, Devil May Cry 5. What else can we talk about here? Let's talk about Mortal Kombat 11. Now, now this game. Oh man. Now, let me tell you guys. What? Wow. I mean, the gameplay looks fucking terrific. This is definitely see, and Ed Boon is smart. This is what's gonna get Mortal Kombat back into the tournament scene, um, the esports and all that shit. I mean, the gameplay looks solid. I'm kind of a little disappointed that we don't have the run button again. I don't. What is it with people always hating on the run button? The run button. I love the run button. I love that fast. I love that it makes the game faster pace. It's kind of like with the new Halo games. Even and not that I like them, not that I like the new Halo games, but people always bitch about sprint and like Halo 5, and I'm like, what is so wrong with sprint? What is so wrong with sprint? And they, oh, it's Call of Duty ripoff. It's a Call of Duty ripoff. They're ruining Halo. They are. I will admit that 343 is fucking up Halo to and fuck 343. Um, but I mean, as far as the sprint goes, that didn't do anything. That was one of my least concerns for you know the later Halo installments. But whatever. And same with MKX. The same thing with Mortal Kombat 3 back in the day. Mortal Kombat 3 had the run button. And people bitched about that too. People bitched about it back in the day. That's when like Mortal Kombat, they were like, oh, Mortal Kombat's starting to go downhill now. Oh, let's overrate fucking Tekken and shit. Tekken, the most overrated fighting game of all time. No offense to my buddies Israel and Rich, because I know you guys love that game. But yeah, Tekken's the most overrated fucking fighting game of all time. Street Fighter 5 sucks. I mean, I don't even know what. Like, you guys are such anal faggots for like still putting Street Fighter 5 in tournaments. That just proves the fanboyism. Like that game is like the shits. Yet you guys still play that game at tournaments. You still overrate Tekken. I mean, it's just ridiculous. I mean, come on. It's ugh. But Mortal Kombat 11 looks fucking awesome. I like the story too. I like the story. I like how it's gonna take place after MKX, right after they killed off Shinnok, after Cassie. I'm sorry, defeated Shinnok, Johnny Cage's daughter, and Raiden had his severed head, and now you got this stupid god bitch, this fucking stupid god wannabe bitch, who's like, oh no, Raiden can't. He needs to stop interfering with our timelines. We'll take care of him. So I want to see how that's going to turn out. That looks like it's going to be an interesting story arc. Um, so that looks cool. And yeah, that's basically all I have to say for MK11 so far. Hopefully, we'll get more news in the future, more updates. Ed Boon will probably show up with some more information on MK11 at E3 or something like that. And I also want to find out when we're gonna get Doom Eternal, because I have not heard any more information since last year. I want to see what Bethesda and I want to see more gameplay of Doom Eternal. Well, at the very least, a release date, because I'm really looking forward to that game too. Those are my top four games. Well, maybe not top four games 2019, because I don't know when Doom Eternal is coming out. But yeah, Resident Evil 2 remake, Devil May Cry 5, Mortal Kombat 11, and Doom Eternal. Those are my Fatal Four. The Fatal Four games right there. You know, and hopefully Bethesda and it will talk more about Doom Eternal. Because the gameplay is fucking dope. I mean, I love Doom 2016, so I'm really looking forward to the sequel to that game. So yeah. And what else do we have here? Let's talk about some of that wrestling news, pro wrestling, sports entertainment. Let's talk about Cody Rhodes' new fucking wrestling fed here, AEW. Now, apparently, this is going to compete with the WWE soon. Um, have you heard about this? Have you read about this? AEW, Cody Rhodes is really trying to create like this new, because he had a lot of success. He sold out Madison Square Garden last year with All In, and he signed Chris Jericho and Kenny Omega, two guys who have like just set the world on fire with their rivalry in New Japan. So I mean, why not bring him? Why not sign him to AEW? I mean, that was like one of the best feuds in like fucking the last 15 years of pro wrestling. Because pro wrestling's been the drizzling shits. It's been terrible. I mean, we all thought that CM Punk was gonna make shit cool again. But he left. And he's gone too. I don't even know if he's ever gonna fight in the UFC ever again either. He claims he's been training and shit. So and apparently he has to fucking paint his house and shit. AJ Lee's been getting on him to fucking paint his fucking house and shit. So that should be interesting. Let's hopefully we can get an update on CM Punk's fucking painted house. Um, but yeah. Um, so yeah, AEW. Hopefully it's not another fucking vanilla midget fed. All right, we don't need any more of these fucking vanilla. We don't need another Ring of Honor. We don't need another New Japan. We need a wrestling company that's fucking awesome, that has good storylines, that takes wrestling seriously. You know, none of this silly hokey shit. Like enough of this. This is 2019. Like we have show. I mean, like we live in a society that's like very. I mean, with the whole government shutdown and shit, Trump trying to build the wall. I mean, we got some serious shit going on in 2019. And to make a gay little wrestling company that only appeals to loser, smart, faggot homosexuals, fucking losers only. Oh, it's a 5-star match. Look at that strong style. Look at that technical wrestling, Bill. Oh my goodness, it's gonna be like all these Dave Meltzers of the world, all these Wade Kellers, and all these faggy dipshit retards. Fucking shitty taste in wrestling because they're a bunch of homos. Can't get over some fucking vanilla midgets and speedo tights. Like I want to see fucking monsters in wrestling again. I want to see fucking cool shit. You know, what I mean, and not. I mean, it's cool. You can have a spot fest every once in a while. You can have a good technical match every once in a while. You know, I mean that's all good, but not if that's all we're getting. If that's all we're fucking getting, then you know, Cody Rhodes, listen to me. Listen to this fucking podcast. You need to fucking stop. All right. I mean, I know you hired the young bucks and shit. You guys are like bros and shit. Fucking, you gotta take bros before hoes. You know, even though Brandy's a really nice girl, so I'm not gonna call her a hoe. She's a really you know attractive woman, very good looking woman. Good woman. Seems but you gotta take care of the bros too. Not just the women, but the bros. But I mean, come on now. Fucking come on. Like, hopefully Tony Khan or Shao Kahn or whatever, the Indian dude. He looks like a smart hipster business guy. So hopefully, but his family is apparently worth $1 billion more than the McMahon family and shit. So hopefully these fuckers can give us a damn good show and shit. I mean, fuck, bro, listen, I want wrestling to be good again, just like you. All right, we don't want WWE to continue to have a monopoly. It's not good. It's bad. It's unhealthy, and it's bad. We're not getting shit. Wrestling is the gayest it's ever been. Worse than WWF in 1995. Worse than WCW 2000. All right, it is the drizzling shit. No one talks about wrestling. Yes, the WWE is still in business and still makes money, but that's not the point. The ratings and the house show attendance are at all-time lows. No one cares about wrestling anymore because wrestling fucking sucks. It only appeals to fucking vanilla midget lovers and shit. I want wrestling to be good. I want wrestling to try something new and fucking violent and cool and shit. Create characters that are fucking awesome. I mean, how would you feel if you saw like a Dragon Ball movie and Krillin, this bald headed midget Krillin who finally got hair, just beats the shit out of Brawly. Brawly just jobs to fucking Krillin or some shit, or jobs to fucking Hercule, Mr. Satan. Like, how would you feel about it? Brawly just job, Goku just did a job to fucking your boy Krillin, or fucking Yam Yamcha or something like that. Some chode, some scrub. It wouldn't make any fucking sense. You'd be like, yo, Akira Toriyama, what the fuck is wrong with you, faggot? What the fuck is this shit? You'd be like mad. You'd be like, what the? This is worse than GT. This is worse than Dragon Ball GT. What the fuck is this? You'd be mad as shit, bro. And you deserve. You should be mad. You fucking should be mad. What the fuck is that? Like, that makes rightfully so. I mean, what the fuck? Like, bro, we need better fucking wrestling. And hopefully, the 2020s will be a good decade for wrestling. Hopefully, some shit will start to fucking pick up and shit. Because this is just unacceptable what the WWE is doing. It's just pathetic. And I also want to talk about UFC 234. And boy, was I fucking pissed when I found out last minute Robert Whitaker couldn't fight. The fight was canceled. I wanted to see Whitaker whoop some ass. I was like, what the fuck was this shit? You know, and nothing against what's the scrub's name? I can't remember the guy because he's I mean he's a decent fighter, but he's no Whitaker. Whitaker is like the future of the UFC middleweight division. I mean, I'm telling you, this guy's going places. He's gonna be the shit. He's gonna be the fucking shit, Robert Whitaker. You know, but that Anderson Silva, Israel took him to the limit. That was a good fight. That was actually the highlight of the night. That was fucking brutal. Um, I want to see what Anderson Silva's gonna do next. I also want to see when John Jones is gonna fight next. I want to see what's going on with John Jones. But let's get back to 234 here. Um, so I want to talk about because we're gonna get talk too much about MMA. But Anderson Silva. That I mean, I was you know apparently I was listening to fucking Luke Thomas's show, and apparently Conor McGregor is challenging Anderson Silva. And, I hope so. I want to see Anderson Silva beat the shit out of Conor McGregor. Conor McGregor is an overrated vanilla midget hipster faggot in the UFC, and he's overrated. He is not that talented. People are overrating this man. This man is overrated as shit. Fucking Conor McCocker. What I call him. He's fucking vanilla. He's what we call vanilla midgets like Daniel Bryan in wrestling. That's what Conor McGregor is in the fucking UFC. He's just a scrub, a complete chode, a vanilla midget. He's not as good as people make him out to be. He does not deserve all this hype, all this attention, all this media attention. He does not deserve all that shit. Dana White is just giving him like these unbelievable blowjobs like he's his fucking handler or something, or some shit like that. I mean, get the fuck out of here. If Conor McGregor listens to this fucking podcast, Conor McGregor, suck my dick, faggot. I don't give a shit about you. Anderson Silva's got your fucking number, bro. He'll beat the shit out of you. I've challenged him to a fight. Fucking challenge him to a fight. Because we've been hearing there's rumors. Anderson Silva's, he's thinking about retirement or something like that. That's what's been going on. That's what's been going through the airwaves and stuff like that. So if this is gonna be his last fight, I don't know if he's gonna fight again. um I definitely think that there's a lot of people saying that Israel didn't grow in this fight. I thought Israel did a good job. you know um yeah, I think people are just really a little bit too harsh because Israel kind of went in there as the heel. And Anderson Silva, he draws tickets. He's a draw. He gets buy rates. So he's obviously going to go in there as the face. And even Israel himself said, I'm not that. A lot of people they pay to see him get his ass kicked. Um, and I don't know why all Israel has all that. He doesn't. He's not like a big heel to me. Conor McGregor is definitely a bigger heel. I would even say what's his face? But I mean, it is what it is. Shit. So you see, 234, man. I mean, yeah. Oh, and but I want to see. Also, too, I want to see if Israel's gonna get his title shot. If Dana White's gonna give him a title shot. But you know, whatever. I just want to see Anderson because I know Anderson Silva will beat the shit out of Conor McGregor. I know that for a fact. I know that is a scientific fact. Um, so yeah, we covered a lot of really good topics here. We're almost fucking 40 minutes into the fucking factual truth. One of the greatest podcasts of all time. Fact, not an opinion. That is a fact. You cannot debate that. This is one of the greatest fucking podcasts of all fucking time, and you cannot debate that. Hopefully some people fucking get their shit together. And start realizing shit. We're this is gonna we're gonna be entering a new decade soon. the 2020s. We gotta get our shit together. We gotta stop having such shitty taste. We gotta step it up a notch. There's a lot of cool shit happening in 2019 so far, and we gotta fucking step it up. You people need to fucking step it up. You need to get your head out of your fucking asses, and step it the fuck up. Because this shit is, we gotta keep this momentum going. All right, you can't just be a little faggot with shitty taste. You gotta step it up. Step it up. And on that note, I'm done. And I hope you enjoyed the fucking factual truth. It was an honor to do this fucking great, amazing podcast because I have such good taste and good opinions. I know what I'm talking about. I'm so great. One more thing before we end this podcast. And I meant to talk about it when I was fucking talking about Resident Evil 2 remake. Apparently, there's going to be a Resident Evil 3 Nemesis remake. Very similar, kind of like, and there's also going to be a Resident Evil 8 apparently, and there's been a lot of rumors online of what the plot's going to be about. Um, Apparently, like somebody's going to get trapped on a fucking island or some shit. So I don't know how that's going to work out, but hopefully it's good. But what I really want to talk about though is the fucking Resident Evil 3 Nemesis remake. Like that, I want to see that. And Resident Evil 3 is probably my least favorite out of the earlier Resident Evil titles. The only good thing about that game was Nemesis and Jill. Fuck Carlos. Carlos fucking sucked. He was a stereotypical Mexican piece of shit. He sucked ass. Annoying character. That other stupid bald guy, I forget his name. He's a piece of shit character. He sucked. Um, so yeah, Jill and Nemesis, only good things about Resident Evil 3 in my opinion. But I kind of want to see like if they actually like do something like fully like flesh out the characters more, make it better. Obviously, Nemesis is gonna have like that Mr. X gameplay from the Resident Evil 2 remake. He's just gonna like follow you into rooms and shit. So that's gonna be scary as shit, especially with a motherfucker like Nemesis. But yeah, that should be interesting. Oh, and one other thing, Future King, step it up, brother. What the fuck are you doing? You coming on here making these fucking videos and sounding all drunk and talking about somebody's like gang stalking you and shit like that. Come on, what the hell is that shit? What the hell is that? You need to step it up, brother. Come on now, you gotta step it up. All right, you, Salim Ibrahim, Draven Crow, one of my favorite YouTubers, Draven Crow. He is amazing. If you guys have not subscribed to him on YouTube, you need to get off your fucking ass, get that hand and keyboard in motion, go subscribe to that man, because he's just spreading the good taste like some kind of like it's the end of times. I mean he's doing what God should be doing. He's doing God's work. He's doing what God should be doing. Draven Crow, excellent YouTuber. So you Future King, you need to step it up, buddy. I don't know what the fuck your problem is. You need to step it the fuck up. Coming out here with these boring ass videos. Oh, I'm being gang stalked. Oh, I like Valentine's Day. Oh, know your role and shut your mouth. Come on, Future King. What the fuck is this shit? Step it up. And on that note, I am done. Later.